One advantage of having a beautiful front display to my garden is I get lots of cut flowers. So fun. Look at this amazing bouquet of flowers I picked this morning. I have to arrange it, but yes, thank you, Lord. One thing that has been a huge success this year in my garden is this cut and come again cool season crops for my rabbits and chickens. So they've been eating good. Chickens need greens for their eggs to be healthy for us. So yeah, this is a combination of radicchio, if I'm saying that right, like a baby bok choy, I can't remember what else. I'll leave a list when I edit the video. Oh, Mazuma, right there with the purple stems. Yeah, a lot of fun things. So every day I come out and get them a little bit of everything. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. And some of these I'll let go to seed so that I can have a whole nice new crop next school season. And we can certainly cook with these. They're really good, but right now this batch is going to my chickens. Since I can't pasture raise them in an urban homestead, I can get as close as I can possibly get. And I've got a whole nother bed over here in a little shadier spot, so they're lasting a bit longer. Honestly, I think the bees have kind of mixed the breeds of plants here. So given me, because I harvested my own seeds, so I think the bees kind of mixed things up and got a lot of fun things growing. Mixed up the plant genetics, if you will. Because this kind of looks like a bok choy. I'll pull this one. This kind of looks like a bok choy, but not. See, so I think maybe the bees pollinated my whole cool season bed and came up with some unique plants that are working really well for my chickens. One advantage to harvesting your own seeds, you might get a fun surprise that works out for your homestead. And of course, dandelions. A nice crop of dandelions that grow all by themselves are a nice thing to feed chickens and rabbits. Here you go. You love your greens, don't you, girl? Now, while this is great for my chickens and my rabbits, these cool season crops are going to fade out really quickly, and so we need to get some warm season crops started for everyone. Here's a quick homestead hack. Well, my chickens are mostly contained in this yard because I have an amazing farm dog that keeps them there. Right, Nala? Thank you. But she's not always out here watching, so this is what I do to protect some of my most precious plants. A lot of the times they won't like the plant, they won't want to nibble on it, but they'll dig it up, they'll dig in the soil below it. So if you just put these river rocks in there, then that looks a lot less fun to a chicken to dig in. Hope that homestead hack helps you. Elephant garlic. See, you guys, big like elephants. So big. The elephant garlic has these little babies, these little kernels that just break off. And I just leave them in the bed, but I suppose I could give them to a friend to spread the happiness of elephant garlic. We got a good haul of elephant garlic. Yes, homestead victory. Because it is a rainy day, it's gonna rain the next few days, the elephant garlic gets to hang out in the house with us. It doesn't smell like garlic too bad anymore. It did at first. Look at those big ones. Look at that. Love elephant garlic. So easy to grow here in Dallas, Texas. Great crop. It tastes a little bit more mild than regular garlic, but so much fun to cook with. Hey you guys, yesterday my sweet friend came to harvest and we got the elephant garlic harvested. But it was really hot. The sun was really out. Here in Dallas, Texas, the sun, it starts early in the season and just bakes us. So I have to remember, gardening has got to switch to early morning or a beautiful cloudy day like today. So let's go harvest some more garlic. It looks like the rain is coming in, so this is the perfect time to get that garlic out of the ground while it's still dry. And I'll have to take it inside. We'll have to be all cozy with the garlic smell inside if it's gonna rain outside, which it is. So that's okay. My family is used to the wonderful smell of garlic and the wonderful taste of it. It's worth it. That is a great haul of garlic, you guys, man. From just that little bed right there. Amazing. So while my homestead is buzzing along and doing great, there are some things I've been putting off. And I want to make some changes on the homestead. So before I can make those changes, so hint, I want to raise another type of animal. And I think I'm done with one type of animal. So more about that later, but right now, to make these changes, I have to do those jobs that I've been putting off for a long time. So just buckle down and do them, do whatever it takes to get them done. So the first job I'm tackling today is my little aquaponics system. Now if you haven't seen my videos before, you know that I usually have things growing up here, and down here is where the fish are, and it pumps up to a siphon pump and all the water rushes down through that tube right there into the bottom, and the cycle starts all over again. Now this is a super sweet setup for my area because in Dallas, Texas, it gets so hot during the summer that it's really costing more to water the garden than the produce you're getting out of it. So I can kind of shut down my garden for the most part, just grow a few things, and the very hottest part of summer I can shut it down completely and I can move to my aquaponics system, at least to sustain ourselves somewhat, right? So that's really fun. And I've been experimenting with this little one, thinking of getting a bigger one to move to in the summer, which would produce more food for us during that drought time when it's so hot. My engineering-minded son, or my engineer son, he's got his degree in engineering, came up with this system for me, and it's such a sweet system. But I've been having some troubles with it. So one, my fish die in the springtime, so I need to research what to do to keep them alive. Right now I've got them, there's just 2 left. I've got them in this, it's hard to see them, but I've got them in this pail while I'm doing the needed changes. The other thing is, this system is not level. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's really tilting. So I need to bring this end up. So, which means I have got to unload all of this rock, pump out the water, and then get some strong people to help me just level up this side of it. And then one other problem I'm having is when it rains, it comes down really hard in this spout. Although I have gutters, I don't know why, it still comes out here. And it comes into my aquaponics system and it floods the bottom, and I think that might be one reason I'm struggling to keep my fish alive, because it's usually during the springtime when we have spring flash flood type rains. So to solve that, I need to scoot it back a bit, hoping that will solve that. We don't have a lot of room there, but I'm hoping that I can get it unloaded, scoot it back quite a bit, and that will keep the rain from coming down right there into it. It'll like come down and pass it, like go past it. So that's what we're doing. So how about you? What are some jobs that you have been putting off, need to get done ASAP? Leave it in the comments. I want to know. Now I just have to pump the water out because water is heavy. Okay, water's draining. And as soon as I get this water out, I can work on leveling it and moving it back. I see the end to this project. We still, however, have to figure out how to keep the fish alive.
Is it okay if I take the fish out?
No, not yet. Okay, leveled up.
Okay, take the fish out.
Got some fish awaiting their new home. Okay, it's ready to load back up. Kind of big stones first. Now for the lava rocks. Now these lava rocks work just fine as a substrate, but they're a little bit hard to plant in, so I got some clay pebbles because they're a lot lighter to move around and plant in, so I just want the top layer to be the clay pebbles. I probably should have gotten the big bag. That's okay. Yeah, I think one more bag about that size will work better. All right, but go ahead and fill it up. A little bit of water conditioner in for the fish. Probably should have waited on fish till tomorrow, but I didn't. Now I need to put this fitting on the pump and put it in the system. Connect it to the piping. And there we go. I'll let this fill up. And then I think this is called a bell. I'm gonna have to get the name, but bell siphon maybe, and it's gonna come up, float up with the water until there's enough in it, and then it's gonna drop and come through this pipe here and fill this up again. Okay, I'll let it go through a few times. Well, that is happening. Let me show you what I got for the fish. There's a hydroponics store in Dallas, which is wonderful. Living in a big city, it's nice. But I was able to get a bubbler. So he was thinking that that would give it more oxygen. So here you can turn it up. It's all the way up right now. We're down. And I'll just tuck it out here out of the weather, right by my system. And that should help my fish survive. I'm hoping. But the main thing is I have it moved back from the water spout that comes down here, so that hopefully it will not flood the system and it'll work a lot better for me. It might get a little less sunlight, but that'll be worth it if my fish live. I think it'll still get some sun. We have a nice southern exposure. Lots of sunshine. And it's working! Victory! I think these pebbles will be nice. They'll be a lot easier to plant in. So I'll get one more bag so it'll be a little bit more full. But yeah, I think those will work really good. Because that lava rock's a little bit hard to plant in. Yes! Okay, the system has run through quite a few cycles. It's evening now. It's time to get these little fish in their new home with their new bubbler. I think that's really gonna help me keep these fish alive. Okay. In you go. The water's still pretty cloudy, so I can't see the fish, but I'm excited about this new beginning. I'm super excited to have this moved where it won't get rainfall, have the bubbler in, and kind of have a new planting season that I think is going to be more successful. So we'll plant it out tomorrow morning. All right, it's the next morning, and everyone seems to be doing well. At least the ones I can see. Well, it looks like they're still getting used to their surroundings, so they're not gonna come up and eat. But this is one of my favorite spots to sit in the morning, overlooking the front yard garden, with the sun coming up over those trees right there. Usually with my Bible and a cup of chicory, because I don't drink coffee, in hand, and watching my fish eat and hearing the water. It's just a really sweet, peaceful time. But this morning I'm gonna fill my aquaponics system with some beautiful plants. Beautiful plants that we can eat. So these fish will make good fertilizer for the plants up top. So I planted some herbs, dill and eucalyptus for respiratory health. I'm trying to see how those will do. And some fun purslane, we can eat it and it's gonna be beautiful. Got beautiful red blossoms. And longevity spinach is really tasty. I started this with a plant from Baker's Creek, heirloom seeds. A plant, not seeds. And it's really tasty. You have to take it in the winter though. It can't take a freeze. So it'll do great in here. It'll keep its feet wet. And then in the front, I planted strawberries. And tucked in a little thyme here. Another purslane. Beautiful! Homestead victory. I should tell you guys that strawberries don't do really well here in Texas because they love the cool weather, and it is far from cool in the summertime. So what we're instructed to do here in Texas to grow strawberries is to plant them in the fall and let them grow throughout the winter. They'll fruit in spring, enjoy that, and then pull them up and toss them. So, because they won't make it through the summer. So, I don't want to do that. So, what I'm doing is planting them in the fall and letting them grow through the winter, enjoying the strawberries. Not very many so far, but we've enjoyed a few. And then pulling them up at the beginning of summer when the hot weather starts to come in and planting them in my aquaponics system. And the way strawberries work is this big clump will probably die, but it's putting off, you guys can see, it's putting off little babies, which I planted, and those will thrive. Yeah, so a different way to do strawberries that hopefully will work in our harsh summer climate. That's the fun of aquaponics, is you can kind of push things that maybe are borderline to do here into another zone, kind of, like the strawberries. So that's special. And then also, like I said, when the garden heats up, when it gets to over 100 degrees here day after day and no rain, then I kind of shut down my garden because I'm putting more water into the produce than I'm getting out of it, money-wise. So I can move to my aquaponics system, and if this works well, I do have plans to get a bigger one that will have more of a crop for us in the summer to enjoy during the drought time. All right, you guys, that's aquaponics, doing things on your homestead that you've been putting off. Tell me, what are you putting off? Get out there, do it, let me know. Bye, guys.